Welcome. I'm Alice Alicia Jones, and for once, this is exactly on time. It's 1 o'clock. I haven't been here for 2 weeks, so I welcome you back to my live presentation of Living Consciously. And today we're going to go over the rituals that I do for each day. And the these are part of the what I call Ascension practices. Very, very important that you have a ritual that gets you started on your morning and gets you to the point where you feel like your day is off to a great start. You feel as if you're together, if your mind is plugged in to the right place, and your attitude is adjusted for the day. And this is these are the practices that I do. So basically, all of these practices are to start my day connecting to source. I have such an incredible time that I feel I am happy to share with you because I have recognized that when I don't connect to source, when I don't start my day with these practices, my day just doesn't flow right. I can have 38 things on my to-do list and get 34 of them accomplished when I do everything that I have here. So you can always review this tape, or you could send me an email, alicejones7@verizon.net, and I will be happy to write out these for you. Meditation, the very, very first thing that I start my day with is meditation or contemplation. The difference is thinking is sending thoughts out. Meditation is opening your mind to receiving. So you're not broadcasting, you're receiving. It's totally different. Contemplation, you're open to receiving, but you're looking at something. You're looking at a picture. You're looking at a crystal. You're looking at something important. So that's important to you. So start with just at least 5 minutes of meditation or contemplation. Then the second thing I do is readings. And I go through my books. And in the readings, I started Own Your Power day by day, reading 2 pages. I actually have two other portions to this that I feel are important. One is the um, meditations of the teachings of Mary Magdalene by Jay Quinn, 2 minute meditation with that. And the other is the prayer for the unified chakra. And I go with the prayer for the unified chakra simply because it helps me accompany the physical part of my body and kind of sort that out. Hi, Joanne. Thank you for watching. And so when I finish that portion, then I go into God calling, and you can see these books are well worn. So they've been used over and over and over and over. Again, one day's passage, then I do Jesus calling, one day's passage, then I do one day on Holy Shift. That's the teachings of A Course in Miracles. At night, I close my day with reading a page of A Course in Miracles. But in the morning, I open it, not every day, but I open it with a lesson from Course in Miracles. Then the second group of readings that I go through are I always start with Anna, Grandmother of Jesus. This is a book that was channeled by Claire Hartsong. I have a lovely, uh, I feel so connected to her writings, uh, as to the point today, the 3 pages that I read, because it's always 1 page, the new page for the day, 1 and 2 additional pages. But the page for today described how Jesus was coming back as a 8-year-old back to the Carmel area in Jerusalem, and he was coming back from Egypt, from having been in Egypt all these years, basically hiding from Herod. And I started to cry. It was amazing that the tears that started coming out of my eyes, and I recognized that, oh my God, I was part of that welcoming committee. I was there living as in the scene because I had seen myself at other times being a disciple of Jesus. So being part of the entourage that just followed him. So that was interesting to me. Then I read 1 page of An Ascension Manual by Tony Stubbs. Really feel I love the teachings of that. I read 1 page of An Ascension Manual, How to Achieve Ascension in This Lifetime by Joshua David Stone, who tech, I know that he had a choice, but he chose to leave the earth plane. He practiced all his own teachings and ended up as a just leaving. And then I finish with the I Am Discourses by Saint Germain. The I Am Discourses, a little bit more esoteric, have a very it's a little bit difficult to understand them, but I just feel that very important that because he continues to stress how important it is for you to understand your connection to Source, that you and Source are one. And that is basically what he reinforces over and over and over. So that's my morning ritual for the books. Then I say a mantra. And a couple of weeks back, I had gone over mantras and decided that the mantra that I love the best for myself is I am the soul, I am light divine, I am love, I am will, I am fixed design. And somebody once asked me, what does fixed design mean? And my answer was that we are composed of sacred geometry. Everything within us, everything within ourselves has certain repetitions that do repeat over and over and over. So that was really important to me. The next thing that I go over is besides the readings that I've just gone over with you, is that I will Reiki myself from chakra, from crown chakra to root chakra, or root chakra to crown chakra. I will take a 1 to 2 second breath for each chakra, usually 2 to 4, but I will make sure that I feel the rotation of the chakras before I move on. And then I finish with signing the Reiki symbols in my hands so that I am prepared for any eventuality of healing, of doing readings, of even when I just talk to somebody as a friend, a lot of times they will ask me questions that have of an esoteric nature. So I know that I need to be prepared to do answer them from my God source, not from my ego source, not from my human source, from my God source. So by putting the Reiki symbols in my hand, I feel that helps prepare me for that. The item number 2, so that's all that little routine is starting my day. And I've gotten to the point where half an hour typically is all I need to do that. And I've gotten to the point where I know that when I feel I'm too busy, that I just have too much to do, I know that if I don't make the time to do this, I will at some point during the day run out of steam, run out of energy, not have the enthusiasm to tackle what it is that I have to do, or just in general, go through a period of ennui and feels like boredom to me, and I I don't like that at all. So anyway, this helps keep me upbeat, positive, and just right on top of my game. Um, the hint number 2 that came in today, which was really kind of interesting, was become an ambassador for peace. Peace begins with me. You cannot feel like you want to have peace in the world without having peace in your own heart. And unfortunately, the reason that war still exists on this planet, we have 40 wars going on at any given time on our planet, is because have, we are not, we don't have peace in our heart. We are not peaceful people. Do not have a peaceful nature. And I once had the good fortune of witnessing the Dalai Lama, and he came to the Washington, D.C. area. The irony was that there was no advance notice, there was no public notice. It just all snowballed from the emails that we got. And the Washington Cathedral holds, I think, over 3,000 people. 7,500 people showed up. It was incredible how many people came to greet the Dalai Lama. Fortunately, it was a great day, beautiful day in either April or May, and the overflow was able to listen to his words on the outside. He always has a lighthearted nature. He always jokes. My daughter had the good fortune of meeting the Dalai Lama in person in India. The week that she spent at an ashram, she was within a couple miles of the Dalai Lama, wasn't even aware of it. But they had a free day from their ashram, and so they walked over to the next ashram, and it was amazing. The synchronicities that happened where she was told to go into the next room, go into the next room, go into the next room. And finally, in the last room that she was in, a man walked in and he said, "Oh, the Dalai Lama is going to be right next door. He's going to be meeting with an English speaking delegation. There's only 20 people there." She was with a friend, there was the two of them. So he invited her and her friend to become part of that English speaking delegation. And so when she sent me a picture from India, I looked at the picture and I thought, oh, that's Elizabeth. And then as I'm looking further at this grouping of people, because I didn't recognize any of them besides her, I look and I say, oh my God, that's the Dalai Lama. And she hadn't said any words, I did find a picture. So needless to say, the first thing I did was, how did this happen? How, so anyway, she gave me a very brief version. And then when she came home, she gave me the expanded version. But he is an ambassador for peace. And if you haven't seen it, my husband and I stumbled. Uh, we belong to Netflix, as does probably half the world. Um, we stumbled upon the 7 Years in Tibet, a movie, I believe, from 1998. Brad Pitt starred in it as a German mountain climber, scientist who was a mountain climber, and how he ended of his life in Tibet. And during that period of time, the Dalai Lama was just a little boy. At that time, the communists came in, and it showed the communist takeover. But it wasn't. This was, I believe, 1938. The movie was based on 1930, from 1938 on to 1945, and the Dalai Lama was not forced out of Tibet till 1959. That's when his life was threatened. He was an adult by then, and uh, they were able to get him to India, and that is where he has taken refuge, in India. And it is amazing that we have the privilege of his teachings. Had he not been forced to go into the world, those teachings would have had a very, very small following. But because he was forced to go out into the world, he ends up going around the world. And I know when he left the Washington Cathedral, because I was with a handicapped person, we parked our car in the last handicapped space available, and we walked in through a side door, and were able to then walk out of the side door, the same door he came out of. So we were able to see him, and it was as if a rock star had exited the building. It was so, I mean, it just brings tears to my eyes. The enthusiasm that people had for him, that how they clapped for him, how they were just so enthused to see him. But he is one of the world's greatest ambassadors for peace. Pope John Paul II was a huge ambassador for peace. I do believe that St. Francis is also, but I don't think he travels as much as John Paul II did. The next thing, this was advice number 3, was do what is best for yourself, not what anybody else wants you to do, not what anybody else tells you to do. Do what is best for yourself. And along with that, release all fear of ridicule, of sneering, derision, mockery, contempt, scorn, disparagement, and sarcasm. And do not align yourself with people that use those type of attitudes, because those people are toxic people. They lower your energy field. And one of the last things that the guide said was, when you serve others with love and light, you discern that you also understand, if it doesn't come from love, it comes from fear. Because according to A Course in Miracles, there are only 2 emotions on the planet. One is love, one is fear. And so if it doesn't come from love, it comes from fear. And there's nothing about ridicule, sneering, derision, sarcasm, mockery, contempt, scorn, or disparagement that says love. Absolutely nothing. And the last thing was eat what nourishes your body. Everybody knows that what they eat will translate into how their body feels. So when you eat what nourishes your body, you and in most cases, I know people who have tried diet after diet after diet after diet literally seem to regain everything that they lost. My advice to that is eat whatever you want, half portions. If dessert is a must every day, half portion. Sandwich is a must every day, half portion. You will get the nourishment that you need because you love what you eat, and that translates into nourishment. And the last thing that they said was serve others with light and love. Serve others with joy. Serve others. But again, come from a place of service rather than a place of need. If you feel you need to do this for someone because you feel obligated, or you feel that they're going to turn on you if you don't do it, or whatever negative sense that you have, then reevaluate what you're doing because that is, you may be coming, you may think you're coming from a place of light and love, but you also may be enabling to stay what? Insecure, to stay an invalid, to stay in a place where they feel they can't do it for themselves. I'm not talking about end of life. I'm not talking about helping people as they go through the end of life. I'm talking about full bodied, able individuals who constantly tap you for to do something for them and pretend as if they're just very needy. And it's interesting that my guides just said pretend because that's what it feels like to me, a pretense. But anyway, I welcome all of you. I thank you for watching. This is Encore and Michelle Sinner, and I am finished. But this is will be posted, so you can catch it on the rest of the video, and I will see you in a week. And thank you again. Bye bye now. Let's see.